What if the number one reason why you can't stick to a budget has nothing to do with money? Today I'm talking about why 35% of users spend their entire income the same day that they're paid. And it's not just because of groceries and expensive bills, although that's something that's part of it. It's also because of something deeper. So payday comes, but the pressure comes faster. So within hours of payday, spending habits tend to take over, and it's not because people don't know any better, it's because they don't know where their money is going. And we're told that budgeting is simple. Money comes in, money goes out, just make a plan and stick to it. Easy, right? Well, actually not quite. Our research shows that 85% of participants believe that they'll fail to stick to their budget within the next month. And being told that budgeting is simple assumes that people are spreadsheets when, they're not. And the real barrier isn't just money math, it's our whole relationship with money. So to explore how people across America think, feel, and act around money, we've spoken to 65 participants and discussed their spending habits, and we've surveyed thousands. And what we found was really clear, that emotional spending isn't the exception, it's actually the default for some. And our studies showed that spending at time wasn't logic. It was driven by emotionally led reasons like status, like I want an iPhone, it makes me feel successful, or self-worth, like I deserve a vacation, or family, like my kids deserve more than what I had when I was growing up. And it wasn't the big impulse buys that were causing the most damage, it was the small repeat purchases, so coffee, takeout, that were quietly draining budgets over time. And our research shows that 35% of Americans actually frequently overspend on takeout each pay period. And we found that this was an emotional pattern that was consistent across age, income, background, and our behavioral cash flow actually made this clearer. So users often spend their entire income within 5 days of being paid. So this means that the second half of their paycheck is a scramble. They're using credit cards, loans, borrowing just to get by. And 74% report juggling finances in the last 12 months to gap themselves between paychecks. But our users are savvy. They want to improve, they know they should do better, but they are held back by emotional blockers. And our behavioral data reveals that users actually spend around $800 per month on things that they don't really need. So things like coffee, takeout, that sort of thing, with 80% often expressing massive regret afterwards. As one user said to me, I feel a massive amount of regret about my spending. I never learned how to budget, but I know I need to change. I just don't know where to start. So we've learned that financial improvement really starts by tackling those emotional spending habits and building awareness about where your money is going. This is exactly what the experts recommend when applying the emotional intelligence to spending habits. So we wanted to explore this. We wanted to understand what would it truly take to help our users and use this expertly advised financial health frameworks within the Cleo app. So we tested 12 voice scripts within our Cleo voice feature with real users, measuring tone, timing, and language to understand how we can influence their mood, their trust, and their behaviors. And the biggest shift happened is when we focused on these 3 things: empathy, encouragement, and timing. So instead of just saying you've run out of your budget this week, that's not very helpful, we reframe it and say, okay, you've got $35 to spend on groceries for the next few days. Let's see how we can really make that stretch. And this is where Cleo comes in. Cleo is designed to meet users where they are, emotionally, mentally, financially, and guide them in their own pace. So she adapts her tone to your financial situation. She categorizes your spending to surface patterns that you may not see. And every insight is shaped by the financial health frameworks developed by experts and really grounded in emotional intelligence. And so Cleo really becomes the mirror that you need. This comes to life through our features like Cleo Voice, where your spending data is really translated into real human guidance. So this isn't about blame, it's about clarity and reclaiming your sense of control. Real financial change isn't about money math, it's about understanding how to take the first step and figure out, like, why do we spend in the ways that we do, and how can we use our sort of emotional intelligence into our money context. And that's why Cleo exists, to foster user understanding rather than judgment, by delivering actionable insights, empathetic support, and data-driven guidance. So Cleo empowers our users through those informed financial behaviours and building more resilience moving forward.